Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. First, of course, we gotta talk about the Toronto Pro and the fact that Quinton Eriya finally won a pro show. Congrats, Quinton. He was trying really hard last year, placed second so many times, did so many shows, and this year things finally clicked. He did one thing right this year and he won a pro show. What is that one thing that he finally did this year? Was it finally picking a good coach? No. Was it adding enough muscle to be competitive? No. Was it next level conditioning? Maybe he improved it slightly. But the main thing he did right this year was the fact that he picked the right show. Let's be honest, guys. I don't want to insult anybody, but if you're being objective here and honest, he didn't pick the hardest show to win. I mean, who was his biggest competition here? Eric Wood. Who the hell is Eric Wood? The guy that we learned about last weekend, basically. Nobody even knew about him before. So this show wasn't a difficult show to win. It was probably one of the weakest shows of the year, and Quinton showed up ready, shredded enough, and with enough size to steal this show and get his Mr. Olympia qualification. That's what he always wanted, to get that qualification, to win a pro show. It was the right move doing this show, and it's awesome that he won this show. But as far as actually going to the Mr. Olympia, well, guys, look, I mean, if Quinton was a no-name guy that I never even knew about, that I just found out about him, and I know that he's a new, young pro, 28, 29 years old, whatever, who just won a pro show, I would say, take a year off, man. Take a year off. Do not compete this year. Do what Sean Ray suggested Urs Kolecinski to do last year. For Urs, it didn't make sense because he was already 3 weeks out of the Mr. Olympia, but Quinton has like 4 months until the Mr. Olympia, and he won't be able to put on any more size until then. Maybe slightly, maybe he can get a little bit fuller and bigger, but to actually put on a lot of muscle, that's not gonna happen. Because of that, again, if I didn't know who he was, I would say skip a year, add 20 pounds of muscle and compete next year. However, I know who Quinton Eriya is, and I know that he has been trying for the past 3 or 4 years to reach that next level size. If it didn't happen by now, is it going to happen ever? Not everybody unlocks that super high level size of a top open pro bodybuilder. A lot of guys try to do that their whole career and they never do it. Quinton, however, has pretty enough lines, good enough conditioning, I would say, good structure, bone structure, stuff like that, and because of that, he managed to grab a win here. But to be competitive against the top guys at a Mr. Olympia, the best pros in the business, to be top 10 at the Mr. Olympia, that's not happening, not this year, man. Like I said, if I didn't know about him, I would say take a year off, but since I know that he probably isn't able to put on more size than this, then I say go ahead. Do it at Mr. Olympia, have the experience, enjoy it, but I don't know, man. From what I'm seeing, it seems like from year to year, he's been putting on like 2 pounds a year. What it looks like to me, about 2 pounds, something like that. Not a lot of size. Not a lot of size. So maybe he's just unable to do that. Is it because he's not training hard enough? That's the criticism that I hear about him often. I don't watch his YouTube videos, but a lot of you guys who follow him tell me that he's training super weak. I don't know. But Samson isn't training very hard, and he's been able to put on a lot of size over the years. Maybe Quinton just doesn't respond to that kind of training. He needs to actually start lifting heavy. Maybe it's the drugs. Maybe he's taking fake gear. Maybe he's just not taking enough. Maybe it's the fact that he doesn't eat enough. I don't know. It could also be the fact that he reached his genetic ceiling, that he won't be able to get any bigger than this. Personally, I have no idea what it is, but I don't see a ton of progress happening on this physique from year to year. That's just my take, guys. Personally, I see it that way. I congrats him for winning this show, and I wish he does the Mr. Olympia and he enjoys the experience. But the guy with this much potential, and that is the word we used about Quinton Eriya for years and years now. This much potential, this frame, this structure, probably the potential to be like another Andrew Jack or Samson Dauda. And it doesn't seem like he's going to fulfill that potential at this point. So, yeah, he got sharp enough and ready enough to win this show. So that's awesome. He's going to the Mr. Olympia. But personally, I have really high expectations from this guy. That's why I'm being so hard at him. I wish he does something more drastic and puts on some more size, man. And with this frame and this crazy structure, insane genetics that he has, I can see him like being one of the top guys at the Mr. Olympia. So whatever is the issue, he should figure it out, fix it, and again, show up probably next year or in 2 years, 3 years, much, much improved and dominate pretty much every show he enters. All right, the next thing we got for today, guys, is something that a bunch of you have sent me. I don't even know how many people actually sent me this because this is crazy. I don't think I ever got this many DMs about a topic. And the topic is Nick Walker and his vacuum, or his lack of the vacuum pose, or the lack of the abdominal control, and the fact that he actually started practicing vacuums. How crazy is that? So he posted this story, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but basically somebody asked him a question. And they say, do you have intentions of trying to do a vacuum, or is it something not in your plan? Big fan, best of luck. And his response was, it's not a bodybuilding pose, but I practice vacuums every morning to have better core control, but not to hit a vacuum. Guys, we did it. We forced him to actually start doing this. I don't know if it's my channel that affected him. I don't know if he's even watching. Maybe it's his coach that told him to do it. Maybe his coach is watching my channel and he got the idea from, I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how he got this idea, but he finally understood something extremely important, something so obvious. Guys, the only reason this guy is not placing as well as he could be placing is the fact that his midsection is not controlled properly. And literally the only way to do that is by practicing vacuums. Hit a freaking Chris Bumstead or Frank Zane type of a vacuum on that show during the Mr. Olympia, hitting a front double with a huge deep vacuum. I'm not saying that, man. I'm not saying that. All I was saying is practice the vacuums, strengthen the transverse abdominis, and learn how to keep the stomach sucked in, glued to your spine. It doesn't have to be a super deep vacuum, but as long as the stomach is not protruding, or ideally, it's not even flat, but it's sucked in a little bit, it's gonna make his waist look so much smaller. I don't need to explain this a million times. What is important here is that he's actually listening to somebody else, or to me, or to his own reason. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. He's finally doing what is necessary. And I love it. And he also posted a couple of physique updates right here in which you can see that he looks great, man. He looks great. Would I say that he looks better here than the last time we saw him in his previous physique updates? No, I wouldn't say so, because he was kind of rebounding after the show. He was getting bigger and heavier and looking better and better, and now he's dieting down. So this next period of a couple of weeks, I mean, he's already 7 weeks out, but let's say the next 2 weeks maybe, or 3 weeks, he won't be looking that amazing because he's not completely shredded and he's not pushing the food, so he's not as full as possible. But those last 2 weeks, he's going to start to look insane. Here you can see that he is basically almost stage ready, man. From behind, the glutes are shredded. There is some wrinkly skin in the lower back and in the lower glutes, but really, he's almost in shape. If he just did a peak week with this condition, it was still probably good enough to win the Tampa Pro, whichever show he's doing. other than the Arnold and the Mr. Olympia. He can win pretty much every show in the world. So he's almost there. Like his new coach, is not gonna have a lot of work. Like this is gonna be pretty easy, to be honest. I mean, it's difficult to work with a pro level bodybuilder at that level, especially somebody so demanding like Nick Walker, and also being able to approach him mentally. As far as the physique, as far as the conditioning and the size, it's all there basically. He's already in shape. Not much needs to be done. Right? Maybe get him a little bit leaner and maybe like decrease the water one day before the show, and really that's it. He's good enough, man. He's already dry and hard and big. Everything is there. So this is going to be probably very enjoyable for his coach. Man, I wish I coached a guy like this. That would be so much fun. And I'm already having so much fun coaching Eric. Eric is, of course, not on that level, but still a pro bodybuilder. I would say a top pro bodybuilder at this point. Placing top 5, top 4 at a pro level shows. That's still a huge achievement. And this is what he looks like right now, guys. This video right here, the first video, is 3 days out of his show, and the next video, the second video, is him right now. Almost more than 3 weeks post-show. So we're doing a post-show rebound, or actually a health phase, more so reverse diet. The craziest part for me is that he is almost natural, not really, but taking only a cruise dose, almost TRT dose of just testosterone and a little bit of Primo and some GH, some insulin. So it's basically a health phase. You can call it rebound, whatever, but he is not blasting. He is not going to start blasting anytime soon. Next week, we're doing the blood work. We're going to see, actually this week, we'll see what his health is like at this point. He's going to do a gyno surgery soon, and after that, we're going to start the actual off-season. But if he looks like this right now, before the off-season, man, I can't wait to see what he's going to end up looking like after we do a full off-season and another entire prep. It's going to be crazy. I wish every bodybuilder I had, every amateur responded as well as the freaking top open pros. So this is so much fun. And again, as far as Nick Walker, he's going to be spot on. He's probably winning those shows easily. And if he actually does what he's saying he's doing, man, anything is possible. Now, of course, there is that one issue. Could he be lying? Who the hell knows if what he's saying he's doing is even true? Maybe he's just saying that because he doesn't want to sound lazy. So he's like, yeah, I'm doing the vacuums so I control my midsection and I'm controlling it as good as I can, and that's it. Maybe he's not even actually doing this. Maybe he's just lying to the public. That's also very, very possible. Let's face that. But let's say he's actually telling us the truth. And if that is the truth, if he started doing this only now, then you can expect a much better version of Nick Walker, very possibly at Texas as well, and then also at a Mr. Olympia. I'm really excited to see what's actually going to happen this year with Nick Walker. Oh, yeah, and the last thing we got for today, guys, is some drama, apparently, basically between Hadi and Derek Lunsford. So Hadi posted this story. It's a photo of himself, and he's saying this. So he says, my hero, friend, Mr. 0000, as you know, I love you outside of the sport and have always loved you. I have defeated many great professional sportsmen and ended their reigns. Please never speak of me as inexperienced, because in chess, sometimes the pawn becomes the minister and the king is checkmated. This is a lot of experience for you who have been checkmated many times. I advise you never to consider yourself the best because you have lost many times. Now, of course, the big question is, who the hell is Hadi referring to here? And I think it's pretty obvious. It's gotta be about Derek Lunsford. These guys already have their rivalry. You remember Hadi walking away from the stage, and after that having to deal with Derek and Hadi Rambert actually being kind of a mediator between that whole mess. And these guys, yeah, Hadi is saying he loves Derek as a brother, as a person, but you know, as a competitor, he doesn't like him. I think that's all BS. I'm pretty sure Hadi doesn't like Derek at all, and I'm pretty sure Derek doesn't like Hadi as a person or in any other way. And Why am I thinking it's probably Derek he's referring to? It's because Derek is the guy who is out there right now doing all these podcasts and interviews and saying that he's the best, that nobody can approach him. I don't know when did he say that Hadi is inexperienced, because Hadi is definitely not inexperienced. So because of that one comment, I would imagine maybe he's talking about somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it's about Derek. And again, Derek is doing all these interviews. Now, basically, he's taking this role of a badass, of a villain of the sport. He's trying to pull a Phil Heath. And actually, his manager approached me and asked me to do an interview with Derek Lunsford. I said, yes, I would love to do it. As you guys can imagine, it would help my channel a ton, having done Mr. Olympia on my channel, doing an interview with me. But I felt like I owed it to you guys to ask Derek some hard questions, of course. I don't think it would be fair that after all I said about Derek, I invite him to an interview and, just let him promote his thing and say whatever he wants and just, be in his role. No. I was like, I need to ask him some hard questions that you guys would probably expect me to ask him. And I sent his manager the list of the questions. He told me he's going to come back with the answer. It's been like who knows how many months since then. And Derek is doing other podcasts and he's not coming here. So he's probably not going to do it. I'm not going to read the questions because maybe he actually accepts at some point or later. And that will make probably the most interesting Derek Lunsford interview, but maybe he just doesn't want to do it. If he doesn't do it, I'm going to read the questions to you guys. I think it's the questions that you would like to be answered, but maybe he doesn't feel like answering those questions. I get that as well, so it is what it is. It's probably going to happen, not on this channel, but what he's doing right now, again, being this villain of the sport and, putting everybody else down, trying to lift himself up, Sure. If that's what he truly is like, I support it. Do I love it? No, but I love honesty. And I think he's being honest somewhat in these interviews. And Hadi is taking this a little bit too personally. And that's also great. I want to see a little bit more of a back and forth between these two guys to create some fuss, some drama before the actual show. I think it's awesome for the sport. Whatever you guys think about it, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best and bye-bye.